Alright, this podcast was sponsored by NordVPN. Staying safe online is an ever-growing difficulty, and you could be exploited by hackers. NordVPN allows you to change your IP address, making you harder to track, securing your privacy. Check out the link in the description to get 20% off for the first 2 months, and thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. And welcome back, everybody, to the Jack and Ryan podcast on Discord.
Welcome,
welcome. Potty people. Today, we're going to start off by talking about True Skate. Jack, what are your opinions on True Skate?
You see, True Skate, really, I'm a long-time fan of True Skate. I've been playing it. I've been playing it for a pretty long time, honestly. I started playing it on my iPod Touch in like 2015 or so. Did
you start playing when you had to pay for it, or did you get it when it was free?
I did get it when it was free a really long time ago. Yeah, like one of the first times it was free, I think.
That's an odd marketing tactic, just constantly change the price. I mean,
I don't know.
That's so odd. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got it for free, and I've had it for free ever since. So, you know.
Yeah, I think there might have been a point in time where I paid for it.
Yeah.
No, I got it for free, but I paid for the ramp. The Mondo ramp.
Yeah.
And you can hate on me, but like that 99 cents has given me hours of entertainment.
No,
like
I mean,
people buy like Netflix like premium packages for like $15 a month. Just give me some fucking Mondo ramp and
99-cent DLC, really. Yeah.
It's really a great investment.
Honestly, I feel like I should probably invest in the Mondo ramp, because I feel like there are a lot of tricks that you just can't do without the larger ramp.
You know what True Skate really lacks, though?
What's that?
It's a soundtrack. There's no True Skate soundtrack.
I want to be able to really just like bump my head and, you know, just get in the zone to play True Skate. Whenever I open up the app, I want some like Skrillex maybe.
They're like you know how in GTA they got the channels?
Yeah.
Maybe your skater could be wearing like AirPods or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You can like change, like, you know, use the right one to like skip or whatever.
Yeah. That's a good idea, honestly. We should pitch that to the True Skate team.
You know, all 3 dudes working in one basement.
In China?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, I feel like they have not updated the physics engine ever.
No, it's probably running off the same engine. I feel like they couldn't really update the engine without like breaking the entire game past the point of repair.
That's fair. There's a lot of like physics in that game. The thing is like, for what it's for, like doing tricks, it's alright, but like everything else is just bad.
Yeah.
Like,
I
my
agree.
account has reset so many times.
I made an account early on, so I never really had to deal with any of the the resetting, but I feel like I just don't make points as fast, so it kind of evens out.
Oh really? It was kind of funny, because at first they like paced me off slow. They like reset my account like once every like 3 weeks. And I was like, this sucks. And then all of a sudden, just they reset it every single day. Like, I just check my true credits, back to 0.
I mean, it's a pretty good tactic to get you to make an account with them. I mean, if you don't sign up, then they erase your progress every day.
I mean, is it an intentional design, or do they just kick you?
You know, with the way that True Skate's been developed over the past few years, I couldn't tell you if it's intentional or it's just a really unfortunate oversight.
I thought every grab in the game was unintentional until about a week ago, where I learned that you have to swipe towards the board to grab. Did you know that?
I did know that, actually.
You did know that? Is that common knowledge that I just didn't know? Or is it really that unintuitive?
I think the one thing that's the most unintuitive thing is to do a frontside 180. You have to hold down a button on the side of the screen and then like do the pop shove it rotation, because if you don't do that, then you just do a pop shove it. I
honestly didn't figure out about that camera button for the longest time.
Me neither.
When I did, I just got like plus 20%.
Yeah, a lot of the tricks are just 360 backside flip.
Gazelle.
Yeah, gazelle heel, you know.
I mean, when you get to I don't know if you've experienced this, but on the Mondo ramp, sometimes you'll do too many flips and the game won't count it.
I've never had that problem.
It's actually hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty funny. I wish I had that problem. I don't, but You know.
Sometimes you'll do a big trick, like maybe like a 540 like hard flip or something.
Right.
That like makes sense, like it's within the spins and rotations of the game, but it just doesn't land. It's just like, why are you doing a 540 hard flip? Like, shut up.
To be fair, I'm sure they weren't expecting anyone to really be able to do a 540 hard flip on flat when they released the base game, so they probably just never added in the code for like bigger tricks like that. I don't know. Yeah. A game that's pretty interesting I've been playing is Skater XL.
Oh really? I've seen you playing that, but I've never really watched anything about it.
It just got it's like Skate 3 or the Skate series, but it's there are no like buttons for tricks. It's like the sticks control one of the skater's feet. It's like the left stick is the front foot and the right stick is the back foot. Yeah, so you really can do any trick you can think of because you're directly controlling how many shoves and how many flips it does. Is
it realistic how you like flick on a kickflip? Is it like just to the side like True Skate, or is it like a kind of like the pocket thing you have to do?
It's to do a kickflip in True Skater XL. You pull back on both sticks, and then when you release both of them, you flick the right stick to the right, and that does a kickflip. And if you flick it to the left, it does a heel flip. And then if you rotate the stick a little bit on the left side, that does a shove. So you can flick it like a little bit for a varial flip, or like all the way for like a tray flip. I think it's a little hard to get used to in the beginning, but once you really like start using it, I feel like it's a lot. It's pretty awesome, honestly. It feels really natural. I've put like 30 or so hours into the game. I just think it's really fun.
So when you pop a trick in that game, does the board just rotate directly underneath the skater?
The animations, I really have to applaud the animations because they use motion capped skateboarders to do all the animations. There's no
really? They had a skateboard do an octuple 1440.
I mean, yeah, when you fly up like 50 feet in the air and just flick the sticks at random, the trick does look a little goofy. But for most of the smaller stuff, you can actually control how fast and how slow the board rotates, which is pretty interesting because you can develop a style of skateboarding within the game itself, which is pretty interesting, honestly. And
isn't Nija in that game?
No, Evan Smith is though.
Oh, Evan, yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Body.
Nija's in
Tony Hawk 1 and 2. Yeah, I haven't played that game.
Oh, Skate 4 is coming. I forgot about Skate 4.
Yeah, he is releasing Skate 4.
They're dropping Skate 4. Jamie, pull that up. John, or whatever that guy Joe Rogan saying. Skate 4 released in October 20. Wait, no, not Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I don't think they know yet.
Well, there was an announcement for it, wasn't there? EA put out like an announcement sort of thing where they were like, yeah. I mean, I've never played any of the Skate games actually.
No, you've never played at like Carson's house with Brady and Skate 3?
No, my extent of Skate 3 knowledge is Brady showing me videos of him doing pop shove-its. I mean, it's a pop shove-it if I've ever seen one. I've seen a few. So.
Well, I wonder if Brady's gonna watch this whole podcast.
That would be pretty funny. I feel like he would do that.
Like, what are we gonna title this? Let's figure that one out.
Episode 1 of a 500-part podcast, probably. That would be pretty funny.
Like Ghoulwhip experience number 1233. YoMama.
We invited YoMama on the cast.
You know that one guy who just makes YoMama video?
Brady? Isn't that his name? Brody, what's his name? Didn't he like stop?
I don't think did he?
Did he retire? I think I saw that he made a last video.
Really?
He let the legacy lie at rest, sort of.
I think that guy may be the most committed to YoMama jokes of anyone on this.
Yeah, I would agree. I stopped making YoMama jokes like I couldn't even tell you how many years ago. He's still going strong,
Okay.
which is commendable.
You want to hear his last 6 video titles?
Yes.
Most recent one is Baby Keemstar crying about H3H3. The second most recent one was YoMama in Sonic the Movie.
Oh.
Next one is YoMama for Kids, SpongeBob SquarePants. And the next one is Quick Meme, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, quick meme.
And another one is Bro Tips, Angry Decisions, in parentheses, YoMama cartoon. Oh my god, dude. This guy is dedicated. He doesn't even have that many videos.
Really?
Oh wow, yeah, no, he has like no videos.
Do you think he like archived or deleted them?
I mean, they
I
go
feel
back to like 6 years ago.
I feel like he had a lot of like YoMama joke videos. Maybe he deleted them in favor of like a compilation sort of deal. I don't know.
YoMama the Supercut.
Yeah, YoMama supercut.
Yeah, what is this guy like? Does he like put it on his resume that he like ran this channel?
I mean, if he showed up in my business, I would be like, that man's very dedicated to his job, no matter what it entails, insulting the mothers of children everywhere.
On his about page, it says for business inquiries, hit up YoMama at gmail.com.
Does he do birthday parties and bar mitzvahs? Can I get him to perform at my bar mitzvah?
Should we email this guy? Ask him how he's doing?
Yeah, we're both pretty important YouTubers in the whole YouTube scheme. I feel like so. Like, I mean,
we're definitely. Oh, I just realized I'm on my school account, and I just looked up YoMama on YouTube.
Mr. Nisbet is gonna see that you looked up YoMama.
Bro, what happened to Mr. Nisbet? Where'd he go?
Wasn't he like what's it called, like a pedophile or something? Or like, didn't he?
Dude, I could see it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I've never seen more tension between two people than when I saw Drew Pfaff carry his computer with the screen up around Mr. Nisbet. My god. It was like an anime paddle.
There was a dark aura emanating from Mr. Nisbet.
Yeah. He started glowing when Drew started levitating. It was crazy. You know, we're already a better podcast than the Rumen Crewman show.
We're a better podcast than H3H3 now. Have you kept up with him at all?
No, I really don't watch any H3s.
I used to watch like iDubbbz and H3H3 a lot more, but they just kind of I don't know what a better word would be used to like describe them, but like they really just turned into cringe. Like Ethan does videos with like Trisha Paytas.
Who's that?
She if you look at her Twitter, you'll get a pretty good idea of the kind of person she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it, but what Ethan or H3's been doing a lot is I feel like I haven't really been caring about YouTube drama as much as like I did even a few years ago. Because I feel like it was a lot bigger back then. Or it was like more important or whatever. I don't know.
Bro, there was like a lot of swatting that used to happen.
Yeah. There were a lot of people who died because of that.
Who are the people who took down the Overwatch servers at one time?
Was it like Lizard Squad?
Oh yeah. Those guys were dicks.
They steal like credit card information from Sony like every year. They shut down servers on Christmas and stuff. They're pretty big dicks.
Pretty good at hacking though, Jesus.
They're really good. I'm sure they could wreck our shit if they ever found out we spoke ill will of them or wished ill will upon them.
Dude, do you think they're just like 4 dudes in like a basement or something?
They're probably like a group of guys who like live across the country and they met on like 4chan or something.
Maybe I'll just like go to like the same college.
Probably. I mean, Lizard Squad's
Mark
been
Zuckerberg
around.
in his dorm.
Yeah, I mean they've been around long enough where I feel like they probably have like jobs. Maybe they aren't in school anymore. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows really who they are, so it could be like new people are indoctrinated every so often. Or
I forgot all about them. They used to be a big thing.
They did some like corporate espionage, didn't they? Like I heard, it might not have been them, but I heard about this like power plant that got like the firmware got like hacked into, and then they like caused like a meltdown in the or something. I watched this like this documentary on like the Sci-Fi Channel about it, or like the History Channel about it, like a really long time ago. I don't remember any of the details, but that's why you shouldn't connect everything to the internet. That's a pretty good lesson as to why like you don't have to connect your toaster or your juicer or your like your just random stuff. I don't know. With when you connect anything to the internet, there's the obvious risk of it getting broken into. So I mean, Lizard Squad's gonna burn your toast if you connect your Bluetooth.
If anyone in Lizard Squad ever got like arrested, their sentence would probably be insane. Like all the combined attack they've done.
Yeah, I mean,
each one of those is a serious sentence.
People like claim stuff in their name too. It's hard to like pinpoint like an exact group of people, because a lot of people will like do things in their name. It's kind of like ISIS, honestly, where not everything done like for ISIS is like by ISIS, where like a lot of like groups will do things like because, or like they'll say it was ISIS that perpetrated the attacks and stuff,
and people just will believe it.
Yeah, I mean, if someone told me that all those beheadings were just ISIS, I mean, I would believe it. I mean, ISIS does behead a lot of people.
They do that like a lot.
And they stream it a lot too.
I feel like they used to go a lot harder though.
Yeah, ever since
the media just stopped caring.
Yeah, the media has started focusing more on, especially like right now, a lot of the media is just exclusively dedicated to the election.
Yeah.
They don't cover a lot else.
Who did you have for 7th grade social studies?
7th grade social studies. That was.
I had Mrs. Madden.
I had Mr. Christner, I think.
Dude, in Miss Madden's class, every week she'd show us these like videos. It was either the start or the end of the week. Anyways, it would show us like all the advances that had been made and like all the news from like that week. They're really nice.
CNN 10.
No, it wasn't that. It was something for like kids.
We had to watch that in current events class in like 8th grade. We had to watch CNN 10 with Carl Azus every day. Every single day I watched Carl Azus talk about the stock market, and I hated it. That
sounds like a dark memory for you.
It's repressed, honestly. I'm just remembering these things now, and it's really just...
I can tell, because once you started talking about it, you just started to get really excited about it.
Carl Azus, that bastard. Making me listen to God knows what.
But we'd watch those videos, and like, it was like 7th grade. That's when they like bombed Paris, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And like every week it would be something about ISIS.
They were a lot more prevalent like a few years ago than they are now.
They bombed Ariana Grande concert.
Was it
Was that
them?
that?
Or was that just some dude who was like, I hate Sam and Cat so much?
Sam and Cat was terrible.
So he took out his rage on
They
Ariana Grande.
in iCarly, they had like a rounded group of characters. You know, like
Yeah, they did.
like Sam is she goes hard. Carly's like, you know, like the main character or whatever.
Freddie.
Gibby.
Gibby. Spencer.
Yeah,
Spencer
I
was
was like,
the trickster.
Spencer. Yeah, okay. And they had like Cat was the dumbass. So they
Yeah.
just took the dick and the dumbass and were like, let's just make him a show. Just gave it.
Yeah, I mean, there was no real like redeeming qualities for them. I feel like it was just annoying. It was just really annoying to watch. I never really tuned into it.
Their personalities were so like one trait. It was just hard to like make any episodes besides like, oh, I'm a dick, I'm a dumbass. That's like
Yeah. And this was the same time that like Adventure Time and Regular Show were actually being like aired on television. So
dude.
I always would have rather watched that.
Then yeah.
Dick and dumbass talk about shit for 30 minutes, and then
All
Dan
right.
Schneider likes feet and little kids.
All right, if you had a childhood, you'll be able to tell me exactly what channel number Nickelodeon,
Wasn't
Cartoon
it?
Network,
Was
and
it?
Disney Channel were.
Weren't they like 200s? Wasn't it like 201?
I feel like TV's different, man.
Yeah, I had Comcast.
I did too. Or I had Xfinity.
Was it like
It's like-
198 or 199?
No, my Disney Channel was 57, Cartoon Network was 58, and Nickelodeon was 59, and then Sex and the City was always on 60. Like, dude, all the time. I'd be like, haha, Sex, I kind of know what that is, maybe, and I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna go watch Wow Wow Wubsy.
Wow, wow, wubsy. Now that was a good show.
Maybe I didn't know what Sex was at the Wow Wow Wubsy stage, but
Wow, wow, wubsy's looking thicker every day.
dude, that show, I like that show so much. I'd go on like my mom's laptop and play like those games on a.
Yeah.
See that? Do you ever do that? You go over on the Cartoon Network website.
I did that with the Lego website, and I played like Lego minifigure games and stuff.
Yeah, those were fun because that's all they'd advertise.
Yeah. No, I never really played games until I made my first Steam account in like 2013. After I watched a bunch of Gary's mod videos on YouTube, and I'm like, this is the future of gaming. And yeah, and it was all. That's what started it all. Pretty interesting.
It's great.
Yeah, it's kind of the only place you can really get games now, other than like the Epic Games Store, but that's more of a recent sort of development.
In like 7th and 8th grade, my dream job would be to work at Valve.
That would be a really cool job.
That'd be a sick job. Or like working at like Blizzard.
Yeah,
Blizzard has a sick headquarters.
they really do.
So does Nintendo of America.
It'd be really cool to work with Nintendo of America creating a game.
That'd be sick.
It really would.
That's a lot different than being like an indie developer where you don't know if the game's gonna do too well. Like if you work on a game from Nintendo, well, chances are people are still gonna be playing that.
Yeah, no. Nintendo's never put out a game that has like that no one has ever played.
Yeah, I mean like WiiFit, I guarantee you some people still play.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I saw this one picture online of this lady who'd been playing WiiFit like straight for like 4 years. She like never missed a day. And I mean, power to her. She didn't really look like
how
that.
many thousands of pounds can she bench, dude?
Probably like at least a few metric tons. Probably a few fuck tons.
I think metric tons are lighter than normal tons.
Well then just regular tons, honestly. She was probably ripped. I mean, she could probably at least bench press the WiiFit balance board.
Dude, there's this one lady in my subdivision who I don't know if she ever sits down, dude. She just walks all the time. She's a machine. You can ask Josh. She she lives in the house next to me, and like
She's a mean green
all
walking
she does is
machine.
walk. And sometimes she'll wear like long pants, but like have like it up to like her knees. Her calves are so shredded, dude. Like it's kind of insane. Like chances are she moved here like 20, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
and she's like, oh, I'll just walk around. It's a nice enough area. And she's probably just been doing that for like 20 years every single fucking day. And I guarantee you she has a treadmill at home that she uses during the day. I guarantee fucking
When
you.
does she even when it's cold out, like the blizzards, hell and high
Yeah.
water?
And she's like really short and Asian. She's really nice though. Or well, no. Sometimes she'll wave, and sometimes you wave and she just looks at you funny. It just really depends on the day.
Yeah. You know, I feel that.
Jack, I don't even think I've ever seen any of your neighbors outside of their house.
No, my neighborhood's pretty weird because I've seen them walking. Like I see people like around. Like I've seen them outside their houses. So that's just because I like get home at a certain time and they're out, like two of them are out walking their dogs. There's quite a few people in the neighborhood, but I've never seen more than like 5 of them out at once.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'd skateboard in the parking lot like next to my house, and
Yeah.
some days like a bunch of people walk by, and some days I'd be like, dude, why like nobody's outside?
There are some walkers in my neighborhood when I'm skateboarding in my driveway. They'll just like stand like nearby and just talk. I mean, the whole neighborhood's kind of like a lot of them are like it's just like a free zone where you can just go wherever you want because everyone really knows each other, which is kind of interesting, I guess.
Your neighborhood's like I didn't even know it existed.
No, I didn't really either. I mean, when I lived in my old house is like it's like 5 minutes away, literally.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the bus and we would go through that neighborhood, but I never fucking thought I would have like actually lived in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird. Very strange.
Yeah, I mean, every house you look at has like a person in it with their own
Yeah,
equally complex life.
it's kind of weird. You don't really think about people as like Mr. Malecki in freshman English class, and it stuck with me all this time. I still think he's one of the best teachers I've ever had.
Bro, he's like, you can talk shit about him, but he is like so good at his job.
Literally. I still remember stuff he said like 4 years ago.
No, he's a good guy.
He was like,
I'm gonna give him a nice firm handshake at graduation.
yeah.
You're a
literally.
good man, Benjamin.
Benjamin, your class was easily the most important class I ever took in high school. And that's saying a lot because I took freshman gym class, and that was pretty important as well.
I learned how to swim in that class.
Yeah. I didn't swim in that class. I swam once, and then I threw up that day because I didn't eat lunch. So,
Oh, Jack, why don't you eat, dude?
well, I eat every other day because I don't have anyone in my lunch, and the lunch is at 9:30 in the morning. So I'm not hungry because I eat breakfast every day, or I try to. So
You ate lunch both days.
No, I think it's either B or C lunch with Colin on Mondays and Thursdays.
Now it's C because it's you guys coming after me, and I.
I was walking one day. My balls were really chafing on the underwear I was wearing, and then suddenly, from the heavens, MeUndies, the comfiest undies I've ever worn. MeUndies offers a great selection of men's and women's underwear that match, so you and your partner can match your underwear, which I think is pretty awesome. If you use code Ghoulwhip at checkout, you'll get 20% off your order. That's code GHOULWHIP at checkout, and you'll get 20% off your order. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a pretty good deal. MeUndies is made from the finest fibers of cotton and from natural plant-based materials, making it not only eco-friendly, but soft as well. So, I eat that.
Wait, you never told me what Mr. Malecki said.
Oh, Mr. Malecki, right. I digress. He said that we were talking about in writing, there's two types of characters. There's flat and then there's round characters. And then that most people you perceive, like the majority of people you meet in your life, you perceive to just be flat characters, and there are only a few people that you really get to know that you perceive as round characters who, like, have like their own like thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. But he said it in a way that just really made me think about like how crazy it is that our perception of reality is it could be completely different than someone who lives like a mile away from us, or like the circumstances that someone like goes through and all the paths they take and all the choices they make that specifically led them up to be like where they are in that moment. And I had this like epiphany in freshman English class, and I feel like it really provoked my thinking a little bit.
Maybe he should teach philosophy.
Yeah, I'm mad that I'm not mad. I mean, it would be nice if he taught more than just 6 hours of freshman English, or 5 with a prep hour.
Yeah, I mean, he could be so good at like any teaching job. It's just he chose like the most like annoying class.
Yeah, every freshman has to take freshman English. I would not want that. I don't want to talk to most freshmen.
I wish I took Myth and Sci-Fi so bad. I hate World Lit.
Yeah, I took Myth and Sci-Fi with Christensen, and I have AP Lit with Armstrong.
That's the room I was. I had Miss Christensen as my SAT lady. I was in that room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's an interesting lady.
She recognized my last name from my sister.
Yeah, I feel like that happens. That happens to you a lot, because your sister is like a really, really smart person.
Oh, no. Okay, let me try and figure out. Okay, this year, who to check? Griff Horst. Who else? Christensen. I know Godola asked me when I first had her.
Yeah.
I think Chris. I know. My point is it happens a large amount.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like especially with like the teachers who teach like AP, like Hudacek and Hudacek. He was an interesting dude.
Dude, Hudacek is funny.
He's really funny. I don't know how good of a teacher he was. I don't really remember, but I didn't do too terrible in his class. So
people think he's like not funny, but like he's like in a one like really specific way. He's kind of really funny.
Yeah.
He'll be like, someone will be like, "Can you do 83?" He'll be like, 1983. I turned 13 that year. Finally a teenager. That's when I started to get cool. You think I was always this cool? No, it took a lot of work to be this cool. That's when my journey began. That's like pretty much verbatim what he told us.
That's pretty funny.
It's funny. Like, you'll be like, "Can you do 71?" He'll be like, 1971. They're celebrating my first birthday. He's so funny.
He reminds me of Lundy a lot. Like Mr. Lundy.
Yeah, except he can actually fucking teach.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. Lundy, I mean, if you understand what
You have
Mr.
to
Lundy's teaching, I'm sure it would be a great class, but I'd never learned AP Physics before, so I gotta see.
Taking calc and physics at the same time. So fun. So in calc, you learn how to do it right.
Yeah, literally. I never took calc, so yeah.
He'll be like, because like, you know how Lundy graphs those acceleration time graphs with like the vertical lines?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that. You don't do that. There's no point there.
Yeah.
And,
I wouldn't know. So.
Yeah, like we had to like do like particle motion in calc, and it was pretty much the same thing as what we learned in physics.
Yeah, I should have taken that class as my math course, honestly, for the third year, because I don't know, going from AP Physics to Algebra 2 was a little underwhelming, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was easy, though, so, yeah.
Oh, you had Doman for Algebra 2 for me.
I had Doman for Algebra 2 for the first quarter that he taught, and before he moved to Plymouth Salem. Which
He's a great guy.
He's a really great guy. On the last day, he was like, "It was me in that Comedy Central thing."
What?
You remember that? He would always talk about how he would always deny that he was the guy in the Comedy Central skit where like his baby was lifting weights or something. I don't remember. And then on the last day, he was like, "Yes, it was me. I was joking this whole time, and I made all of you believe it."
That's so funny. I don't know if you know this, but freshman year, me, Keller, Matt, like Scott, we had this game where we just take all like the pre-packaged like straws in the lunchroom with the paper still around it, so like it's not like just a raw straw.
Yeah.
And we just put them in people's backpacks, in people's pockets, in people's hoods. People have so many like confused people.
That's so
just
funny.
found straws, and we made a point system. So if you netted like a water bottle holder, that was like 5 points. If you got a hood, that was like 10. If you got one something's like ass crack, it was like 20. And if you got
Jacob Leahy.
if you got a t-shirt, it was 100 points.
Did you ever get a t-shirt?
Okay, maybe, because like we put some in Mr. Doman's coffee cup. He was not pleased. Oh my god, that was fun. Yeah, and then we'd have so many because we'd take like all of them. If someone had their backpack open, we'd just dump toxic fucking waste into their backpack in the form of straws. It was so fun.
That's pretty funny.
And then yeah, Mr. Doman was not happy.
Mr. Doman's the most bipolar dude I've ever met. Because some days he'll just be like, "Go on your phones for the rest of the hour. I don't care." And then other days it was like, "I will break your calculator by throwing it up against the wall if you like just line up at the door early." Unless you were a football player, then he didn't care what you did.
Why do teachers care if you line up at the door?
I don't know.
Because like if you're just gonna give us time to do nothing, you can just line up at the door, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've like maybe they don't want people leaving early, but
I can get packing up early, but like if you're like dismissing me from class and like, alright guys, you have like 5 minutes to do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with like the staggered releases now, I've never been released at the same time every day. Like for the first 2 weeks, on odd days or on the first days of like the segments, I would get let out at like 2:13, and now I'm getting let out like 3 minutes later. So I don't know. Maybe the clocks are just slow. Brighton high school time is different than any other time in the world. It's on a time zone change.
Every clock is like different.
Literally. I think I don't know if they do it on purpose. I feel like you can definitely synchronize the clocks though. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's because Hisbit is in prison or something.
He's in prison
Where did
with
he go?
Mr. Howdeman. He might still be at Maltby or Scranton because the tech guys for the high school are different. He just moved up that 1 year because I don't know. He just said fuck it. I don't know.
The Nizbiter.
The Nisbit.
Timbit Nisbit.
Did he have any nicknames that people would call him and he'd get really annoyed? I feel like Nisbit is like the perfect name to have like a nickname like accompanying it.
What's his first name?
Tom, I think. I think it was Tom. Thomas
Nisbit. Wait, hold up. Oh, it's Tom Nisbet. It's with an S? Oh, wow. His profile picture is like, oh, dude, I found his phone number.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he'll trace his IP back, bro.
Nah, he's the tech guy. He's definitely using 10 VPNs and a proxy server.
Bro, he probably owns NordVPN.
Yeah, NordVPN, Power VPN, Super Mega VPN.
I've never used a VPN.
Yeah, never. I know they're good for downloading apps off the Windows App Store, because you are downloading things off Windows. If the laptops you get, I got Steam on one of the laptops. I downloaded it, but I couldn't connect to the servers.
Really? I know Matt has basically done the equivalent of jailbreaking his engineering computer.
Yeah.
He has Steam, Minecraft, Project M, some other emulators.
Does he have Dolphin?
Like Spotify. Yeah, he has Dolphin.
That's pretty sick.
I'm pretty sure he was just like, Mr. Jordan, I've had you for like 3 years. Can you just give me the admin password so I can do whatever the fuck I want?
Yeah.
Remember when Andrew got that?
Yeah, there was a computer in the graphics lab that had. I mean, they wiped all of them. They wiped them every year. But that had an admin account on it that you could sign into, and the password was like some racial slur, 1 2 3 4. So, yeah, that was something.
Yeah, he was trying so hard. He's like, I have the admin password. I can do whatever. And he was like Googling like how to do stuff. And he'd like try it and it just wouldn't work. And he'd be like, I think it's working. And then it just wouldn't work.
He got caught though. They got caught. Him and Matt did get caught like a week later.
I don't think Matt really got the shit for it.
No, definitely not. I don't
Matt
think
was
so.
just like, I just like wanted Steam, and Andrew's like, I wanted to take down every computer.
Yeah. The world will soon know my vengeance.
What's funny is there's some attachments you can put in a computer that'll just fry the motherboard.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those? That'd be such like a dick move to just take that to someone's computer.
Yeah, or like memes. Or like download a Trojan on purpose so the next person who logs into the computer is like, oh, well, it won't turn on. And, well, what are you gonna do?
Mem test.
Mems test.
Dude. So, this is a really funny story. In 7th grade, me and Keller, we were in the library. We both had Mrs. Lucas. Oh, dude, one time. Oh, okay, wait, no, it's a story for later. But so we go to the computer lab every like Friday or whatever day, or to like, to the library. I'm at the library, not the computer lab. To like, check out books, return books, whatever, read.
Yeah.
Me and Keller were on one of like the standing computers, and we were starting it up. And you know how like on Windows 7 sometimes when you're starting it up, you'll see like all like the code and shit or whatever.
Yeah, like the BIOS menu and the booting.
Yeah, like all that shit I don't understand, and then it'll like get you to your login. And you had to like, like that one part where you had to wait, and, like, or like press enter to like start the computer.
Yeah.
Me and Keller were like, fuck it. There was something called MEMTEST, so mem test, but we were like, haha, meme test. And then we clicked on it, and the computer just went fucking insane. Like, it just started downloading like 56,000 items. And me and Keller like lost our shit. We thought it was so funny. So like every week after that, we'd meme test another computer. That was funny.
Yeah, in the library, I remember that I just rearranged letters on the keyboards to say rude words. I thought that was pretty funny.
I don't even need the keys on my keyboard.
No, literally. It's just funny when they say fuck.
Yeah. That it is. Yeah, but in Mrs. Lucas's class, me and Keller stood up for the pledge one time, and I pulled his chair out from underneath him when he went to go sit down. And he fucking fell so hard. He like knocked over like 2 desks. And Mrs. Lucas turns around. She's like, "What's going on?" Everyone's like, "Shut up, Mrs. Lucas." She's like, "Okay."
She was so clueless. Like, Marshall Canfield like broke apart scissors and like used them as like throwing knives and stuck them in her her like whiteboard. He threw them across the room. There was a time when he like stuck a chair in the wall. That class was an unholy hellscape.
Bro, imagine choosing to teach 7th graders English.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine teaching 7th graders anything.
Yeah, like what can you teach a 7th grader?
They already know everything. You just have to pretend that they don't already know everything.
7th graders are all powerful.
I didn't learn shit in 7th grade English. I didn't do any work at all. We did a Greek project I had it with Sam Smith. It was really funny. Because I played on Y8 games the whole time. Played some Territory War.
What were your favorite Flash games to play in class?
Ooh. In class? Well, in Spanish 2, every single day I would play Run 3 and Super Mario Flash because I could do it with one hand and I could just kind of pretend that I was like looking and paying attention. So Super Mario Flash and Run 3 were probably my two most played.
I played a lot of. Was Run 3 where you could have like the rocket boots?
Yeah, it was the one that was like it was in like the different shapes of the levels. Like the levels weren't like platforms. It was kind of like the first run, but like it just looked better. The second one you were running on like platforms.
I played a lot more of the first two.
Yeah.
And then I played a lot of Club Penguin back in my day.
Club Penguin was a pretty good time, I think.
Pop Tropica. Dude, my whole like 4th grade class would play Pop Tropica together.
Do you remember grade level links? And like,
what was that?
Like some days we'd go into the computer lab in like elementary school and stuff, and we'd play like. We'd get to like use the. Do you remember the Abacus project? Did you ever have that?
Wait, was that?
That was that. There was that game about the kid who falls into the laboratory and you have to like do math problems.
No, wait. What's that called?
The Abacus project.
How do you spell that?
Abacus.
Project.
Yeah. I tried to buy it I looked it up and I tried to buy it and I don't think it's for sale anymore. I think they shut it down. I'm sure there's like an emulator you can get that.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
Or like Kid Pix. Do you remember Kid Pix?
Oh my god, with the slimes.
Yeah.
Dude, Jack. You have no idea.
Kid Pix.
This memory was gone, Jack. Oh my god. I remember that little like keypad he's holding.
Yeah, the keypad guy, and he would always like he was what you used to get to every room and stuff, you know.
My game always reset like every 2 weeks, so I could never beat it.
I never beat it either. I know there were some kids who got like to the surface, like they got really close to beating it.
No one ever beat it though that I know.
No.
Jack, I was gonna talk about that game, but I didn't know how to explain it. So I didn't remember what it was called.
It's a good
All I
game.
knew was like the slimes that fell from the ceiling.
Yeah. The blue and the green ones.
I literally forgot there was math involved in that game.
I remember that it also had like a story mode, or like not the story mode, like it had like a just math version. And some days the teachers would be like, all right, we're gonna do the Abacus project, and we'd all be like, yes. And then they'd be like, but only the math parts. And I was like, no, how could you do this?
That's like edging you.
Yeah,
it's like a
literally.
child. They edged you, and that's like not okay.
I remember like we'd just like sit in the computer lab sometimes to do like research projects, and we'd always like go on like databases and stuff. And I always remember I just looked up stuff about video games on the databases and read stuff.
Those databases were so stupid. The school databases they give
Yeah.
you. Why? Why would you ever do that? Everyone in the real world uses Google.
Yeah, or Wikipedia. I mean, Wikipedia isn't. It's not even like. Yeah, it's not a bad source because it's literally cited. You could there, all the sources are cited, and if it's not a cited fact, then it says it right by it. So I don't know. Teachers just want you to use the databases that they pay for.
Bro, I hate teachers that try to control you like that.
Yeah, it's
like Mr. Lundy, 2 problems a page. What? Homework folder? What?
That was pretty something. I liked how he put all the answers up because then I could copy it, and I never did any of the homework. Cause fuck that shit. I didn't even know how to do it if I wanted to. There were like 3 problems in AP Physics that I actually did, and I got right.
Did you take the exam?
No, I didn't take the AP exam.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I would have gotten like a 2, and I would have wasted $90. So, I'm not gonna take the AP Lit test either. That's fucked up. Maybe, I don't know. I think the deadline.
Like the only 2 AP classes you took were Lit and Physics.
Yeah.
That's like such a weird combination. I feel like you're the first person to ever do that.
Probably, unless
It's
like the valedictorian took every AP class, or
like people who take Physics take like engineering. People take Lit take like Lang and Gov.
Yeah, I mean, I took honors chem because I wanted to learn how to make meth. I thought that would be pretty funny. I didn't learn how to do that though, and that was sad. Sad day.
You know, someone tried to send rice into the White House.
Send rice?
Ricin. The poison they make in Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they make it from beans. That's funny.
That's fucked up.
That's the end of episode number 1235. We will catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening to us talk about True Skate.
This has been episode 1000 and something. I've lost count. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week on another episode of the Ghoulwhip experience. Take care now.
Bye.